All right. Hey guys, David here, and I have Carlos from Carrot, and we have some exciting news. Carrot has launched their own CRM.
Mhm.
And what's cool about this is because it integrates seamlessly with the Carrot website. So if you've got a Carrot website or you need a website and you need a CRM, we got you covered. So I brought Carlos on because he's a wizard with the new CRM, and we're just going to walk through it and show you what you can get. I'm going to get a little teaser here, but their basic CRM is free, and I think it's a brilliant move on Carrot's part to do that because it can get you in, it can help you, and you can see what it can do for you. So,
Mhm.
Carlos, man, introduce yourself and walk us through the CRM and show everybody what can do.
We'll be happy to. David, thanks for having me on, man. Carlos Zamora with Carrot. I come from InvestorFuse. So the Carrot CRM is InvestorFuse technology. Some of you guys may be familiar with InvestorFuse. We launched about 9 years ago, actually, after wholesaling for a few years in Baltimore. The owner of that wholesaling company was always tweaking out our Podio CRM. And then we were putting out videos on YouTube, kind of like David. We were putting out videos on YouTube, how to set up all these complex things. And people are like, can we just pay you to do this? So truly a business started just from trying to help people. And Carrot, we were Carrot users. We had the first Carrot website in Baltimore at the time. So it's cool to see it come full circle in the decade plus here, the 11, 12 years that we've
I
been
think
in
I
the
remember
wholesaling
those
space.
YouTube videos, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Dan Shorts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I appreciate you saying that, David. We thought it was a good move too. Our idea is like, hey, let's just absolutely over deliver on a free CRM plan. Get one user in there, let them see how they could work it, put leads in there, get free property reports, data, stuff like that. And then, hey, if you love it, we have really affordable and great pricing as well for 3-user plan, 5-user plan, 10-user plan if you want to upgrade at any time. So we'll talk through some of that. Let me move my screens here and I'll show you guys around. And again, completely free, completely free for one user. Let me go ahead and share screen
For
here.
you, for those out there that are virtual wholesaling, and we can get into this, Carlos, but this integrates, the CRM integrates with some dialers, and we can talk about that too. So, but this really brings everything together: your website, a CRM, phone dialers, everything that can integrate into this.
Yeah, 100%. Good call out. So there is a dashboard when I'm showing Carrot CRM, guys. I typically do start right here, kind of where David's pointing to. This is the campaign section. So a cool thing with Carrot CRM is any way that you guys are marketing to leads, you're able to capture those leads inside of Carrot CRM automatically. So for a lot of you folks, that's going to be cold calling dialers. We can go in and customize so you can push leads over from your cold calling dialer. That's going to be texting tools. If you're sending direct mail, we're able to integrate there. The Carrot website, of course, is going to be an integration. Pay-per lead companies, property. There's a ton of pay-per lead companies now. Property leads, motivated leads. Need to sell my house fast. A lot of those. Pretty much any way that you're TV, radio, any way that you're marketing, you can connect those to Carrot CRM. One big benefit that comes with the paid plan, though, guys, is you have access. The lowest plan currently is $69 a month for 3 users. That comes with our integrations and support team. So even a $69 a month, our team's doing all the heavy lifting for you and setting up all these tools for you at sign up and anytime throughout the membership at no additional cost. So
and that's a great price, even if you're going paid, because most of these go high level CRMs and things out there. I mean, they're 100 minimum, right?
Yeah.
So that's so if you need a starter free CRM or even bump up to the $69 CRM, that's an awesome price.
Exactly. Yeah. So all the pricing, we really want to crush it for you guys in being super valuable. So that's nice. You also get screen share training, private company training. So like we're on a link now, but you'd be able to hop on a similar link just with our team, we'll train you, show new features when they come out, best practices, setting up the account. We have onboarding calls as well, 2 onboarding calls for the paid plans. So as soon as the company signs up, you're able to schedule the first kickoff calls, go through all your integrations. We get your team trained if there's anybody on there. So really, really good customer experience for you guys and ongoing with the private training. and continued integration support, which is nice. So when I'm typically showing this, David, I think that there's two main leverage points of Carrot CRM. The first one's going to include a few bullet points. The integrations, which we hit on the upgraded plans. So I'm going to be talking about a little bit because I just have an upgraded plan here. On the upgraded plans, you actually get access to all these key performance indicators. So this may seem a little advanced, guys, but for experienced investors, these are really nice metrics to have, especially when they're automatically tracked for you just by using the system. You guys enter in a cost of marketing and you're able to see all these data points in real time. So just in this space, we have like a cold calling setup, your Carrot website, texting, your main direct mail line, agent referral. You're able to see all these different profits just by entering in a cost manually and all these different metrics. And again, guys, some of these may be advanced, but still really powerful to understand. So average days created to close. On average, how long does it take you to close a deal from a lead that came in, let's say texting versus cold calling versus a lead that came in on the website? Average days contract to close. Once a deal goes under contract with a seller, how long does it take to close out on the back end on average? So think of this as you can really just get an up-to-date, really solid understanding of your acquisitions and marketing performance. Cost per deal, how much you're spending in marketing to do one deal on average, closed deals, canceled deals, average days qualified to contract, created to contract, conversion rate, cost to get one contract. So especially for the virtual wholesaling folks, some of those contracts may have a higher fallout rate where you're not able to close a deal for whatever reason, seller stuff, buyer stuff,
Right.
challenges dispositioning it. You're able to understand at least what the cost is to get a deal under contract, contracts accepted, sent, verbal offers, appointments. You guys see a ton of stuff here. Cost per leads, more of a standard one you guys would want to know. Leads, total leads in the system, follow-up touches, and then how many drip campaign sequences you started from leads for each marketing channel or each marketing campaign rather. For the advanced folks out there as well, one cool thing that you can do is, let's say that you had 2 different direct mail campaigns going, you had 2 different PPL companies going, and let's say you had 2 different PPC vendors, for example. You could package those together and then put them over here on the left as a channel. So in addition to be able to understand individually how each lead source / marketing campaign is performing, you could also see for your company how direct mail is performing versus paid ads versus cold calling or outbound if you want to bundle those all together. So pretty cool on the marketing analytics and data, I would say.
Carlos, when I came into the business, if somebody would have asked me what my KPI, I wouldn't have known what they were even talking about. Right?
Most people, and that's the majority.
Right. We're like brand new. You're like, I just want to get a house under contract and flip it. But guys, for a KPI or key performance indicator, it's really important when you're doing especially when you're doing multiple different marketing methods. But it tells you where you should put your focus, right? If you're spending money on mail, right, and on that mail piece, you have them coming back and you can track where they're coming in and all that, and you're not getting any return on, sending, $1,000 worth of mail a month. You need to know either I need to change my mail piece or maybe I shouldn't be doing mail. Right. If cold calling's bringing in the business or driving for dollars or whatever, or paid ads or whatever the thing is, then you can adjust and put your focus on what's really working. So that's why KPIs are important, right? If you're just driving for dollars and you're sending people to a website, that's one thing, right? And you don't really need to know KPI. But if you start doing multiple things, that's where it becomes important, right? Because you can track it. Right.
Perfectly said.
Are my bandit signs working? Right.
So. No, perfectly said. I agree 100%. And you can also adjust these too. So I have it on all time just in this demo space. But if you're meeting with your team or even just looking at your own numbers and you want to see the previous month, year to date, you could adjust. You could do custom dates. If you're like, man, we were doing a ton of direct mail Q1 last year. Let me just pop in here and let's look at 1/1/2023 to, and this data isn't going to populate in this space. But in theory, if you wanted to look at just Q1 of last year, you could come in here, it loads for a second to pull all the data together, and it would give you those metrics just for that custom date, which is pretty cool too if you ever want to backtrack
Yeah, that's cool.
and look at a specific area. But no, perfectly said. That gives you good data intelligence on what's working, where you may want to make some adjustments to your marketing 100%.
Yeah.
The other couple points of this first leverage point, I would say, David and David Screw, is two things. So one, if you have multiple people doing lead intake, you can get really sophisticated with your lead routing or lead assignment. So anytime a lead comes in, you can either choose to have it go to one individual person. So I could have a lead, let's say a lead comes in from your Carrot site. I can have it go to AJ every single time. I can also choose if I want to do even round robin. So let's say for example, it's me and David. It can go back and forth as far as how the leads are assigned anytime a lead comes in. You can do weighted round robin, where let's say every 10 leads that come in, the first 7 go to David and then I get the next 3. You can customize that however you want. And then what's really popular too for some high volume members of ours is first come, first serve, which is called open group. So you can essentially, let's say it's me, David, AJ are all in a group. We all can get text notifications to our phone. Hey, you got a new lead in Carrot CRM. The first one that's able to call that lead can take what's called ownership of the lead, where they're the person responsible for it. So very sophisticated lead routing as you start to get more people doing lead intake or touching leads when they first come in from marketing.
Carlos, I advocate with everybody that's new. I'm a big advocator of being of finding a JV partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're brand new, because it's you're always doubting yourself when you're brand new. Am I doing the right thing? Like my family thinks I'm crazy for wholesaling, right? All this stuff. So if you have a JV partner, like it just makes things go better, right? Like somebody's talking the same languages. You can work together. You can team up and make cold calls, or you can drive for dollars together, whatever. And this is a cool feature because if say I'm working in Tampa Bay and I say, all right, let's team up, let's JV. I'll work the St. Pete side of the bay and you work the Tampa side of the bay. And then when we have leads coming in, we can divvy them up in such a way, right? And so this is cool, especially if you're working with somebody as a new wholesaler, as a JV partner. You can divvy up the tasks and the leads and make it work on automation.
Right? Yeah, absolutely can. Absolutely can. And I'll pop in and show you like an example like that, like multiple markets or just splitting leads amongst, partners, JV partners, stuff like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then when that lead comes in, guys, the first or the last part of this first leverage point is the auto text and email. So this is absolutely huge for inbound leads that are coming in from paid traffic, organic, to a website. I would say it's like mandatory, where you just shoot them a quick text and email. Hey, this is Carlos. Just saw your info come in. Hey, John, this is Carlos. Saw your info come in. I'm going to give you a call as soon as I'm able to take a look at your property when I get back to the office. You could funnel them. I have a couple Carrot sites pulled up here. You can funnel them to different resources on your page. Like if you have like a testimonials page or an about us page, you're able to funnel them back there, with something along the lines of, hey, just in case you were curious of what other people have said working with us, check out our testimonials page. Or a lot of folks have like a page that explains the process. Like depending on the state, like you sign a contract, you send that contract to a title company, you put the property in escrow, all that type of stuff. If it's a lawyer state, non-lawyer state, all that stuff goes to a website to help you out here. So let me show you what this looks like. So I can essentially have a text go out. You can customize a minute delay. If you want to wait a minute or two, you can totally do that. Messages, really, really easy. This does unlock at the scale plan. So this is not on the free CRM. The sequences I'm going to show you are, though, the drip campaigns. Houses. I'll give you a call. You would have a custom text signature as well, but something quick like this. hey, this is Carlos. I'm going to save that. And then you can also send an email 2 minutes after. So I'll defer to the expert here, but I would say something, just because you can pull in custom fields, I would say opportunity address, and let's say Carrot buys houses. Let's chat, something like that. So it can pull in whatever address they sent in on your site or whatever came in. You can send that back to them in the subject line, which is pretty cool. And I'm probably just going to say something similar, to be honest. Thanks. Let me go like this. And then here's where I personally would link them back to something on the site. So let's go sell fast date and how it works, about us. So this is a good about us page. Shows who they are, explains what they do, people focused, local, verified cash buyers, shows who they are. So you can grab something like that. And again, I'll defer to the expert here, guys. But reviews, our company, this site over here has Laurel buys houses. Some of you guys may have some really good credibility, like here. Laurel actually links to some ebooks that she has about helping like elderly homeowners move to different properties, hoarding. She tells her story about how she used to be like a hoarder and then got into real estate investing, which is really cool. This is an extreme high level example, but just to give you guys some ideas of what you can funnel them back to.
Any of that, I talk, because I'm an email marketer, I talk about email marketing a lot. And I think a lot of times it, kind of goes over, a lot of people's head, because it's sometimes it's felt like a little bit more of a high level thing. But email marketing is so powerful, because as you get people to put their information in, then you've got it, and you can talk to them on a regular basis, right? So it's not, they might not be ready to sell that right that minute, right? They might, or they might not, but it's sometimes, especially like in a deal like a probate or something like that, it takes a little while, because the family's got to process, you got to clean the house out, you got to do all these things, and they're not ready. They may be just like looking at options. But if you get their email and you put them on a drip campaign of every, couple weeks or every week or whatever, and you keep in front of them, then when they're ready to do something, they're going to reach out to you, and they're going to call you and say, hey, thanks for all the great stuff you sent me. I'm ready to talk. Let's do it.
100%. 100%. This big one's important too, and the lead comes in just so they're getting that. But yeah, I'm pumped to show you guys the drip campaigns too.
This is just the initial, like what your initial response.
But yeah, just to recap that first leverage point, guys, leads coming in from however you're marketing, cold calling, direct mail, websites, the KPIs. So you're able to understand just essentially your marketing and acquisitions numbers, the lead assignment, who's talking to leads when they come in. We make that really easy for you. And then the auto response, just so they're getting that custom text and email once the lead comes in. And then guys, we make this as simple as possible for you, really. So those leads come in, let's say it's just a one-person team as an example to start off. You're pretty much working off of your seller leads opportunities and then your seller lead actions. Pretty much as simple. We made it like a digital to-do list. What am I supposed to be doing today? What's overdue? What's scheduled out in the future? We make it super, super simple to see that. So for me, if I'm logging in, let's say an hour ago, and I know you guys are going to be talking to these leads quicker, but let's say an hour ago, I have this call new lead action. New lead came in. I click on that action, and it's going to take me to the action section of this lead. And I'll kind of show you guys the lay of the land here. It comes in with the seller's contact information, their phone number, email address, contact info, property address, of course. We do integrate with two phone systems currently very deeply, smartphone and dial pad. I'll make sure that David has those resources linked up for you guys. But you're able to integrate with those. So you can do what's called click to call right here. I click the phone number and it starts dialing the seller from your computer, records the conversation. Depending on the tools, they came out with some AI transcription tools as well, where it like automatically takes notes on the conversation, which is really, really cool. That populates into Carrot CRM, which is awesome. Different analytics and stuff as well that you're able to see, like how many calls you're making, things like that. I'm jumping around a little bit here, but you're able to see some cool things like that too, like how long you're on the phone, what your speed to lead was, how many calls you made, things like that. And you can do it from the mobile app, and it syncs in real time too. So if you're on the move or you just like to be on your phone, you could also utilize the smartphone and dial pad mobile apps as well. But let me show you guys what a lead looks like, just a little lay of the land here. So that lead comes in. You guys are going to get a text message directly to your phone. It's going to say, hey, you have a new lead in Carrot CRM that came from X place, this address. We pull in Google Map, Google Image, so we can kind of see where the property's at. Okay, hi, Leah. Pulls in a Zillow link. You click that, and it opens up Zillow over here. I forgot to put a campaign on here. It'll automatically tell you where the lead came from. So it's a Carrot lead. If it's a cold calling lead, it'll tell you exactly where that came from. All the activity and communication shows up here in this log as well. So you're actually able to text and email right from here. If you want to shoot a text message, shoot an email to the seller, you can do that. Add an internal comment, and it timestamps. I could say relocating to out of the country, need to sell. That'll show up with me, timestamp the minute that I did that. And that's good for just your internal notes. Working with team works both well. Here's some cool stuff, guys. Let me put myself as the opportunity owner here. Some cool stuff here is the property data. So this is even really nice for the free plan. You guys get X amount. I believe it's 20 we have it at currently. We're just rolling out, so we're messing with that number, but we are giving you guys free property reports on the plan. So I can hit Fetch Property Report. Oh, not working currently. Let me see if it pops into another lead, if it came up or not. If not, I might have to show you a section here. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Look at Tom Brady in Baltimore. You hit property data there, and it pulls in a lot of cool stuff. And this is we're recording this February. This is also getting upgraded. So this is even going to have more functionality, and you're going to be able to customize it more. But currently, David, let me know what you think about this when I roll through this. It pulls in comps automatically. Oh, I actually may have rolled out. Let's see. Oh, I haven't even seen this yet. So we're continuing to roll this out, but currently it'll pull in comps. I don't believe currently you can customize the range of comps, like half a mile, and how far back the sales go, as far as like 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. But this is really cool. So it automatically puts comps, and this is as soon as the lead comes in. So you can hover over and see different comparable sales here, which is important, just understanding what the property is worth. And this just rolled out. This is actually the first time I'm seeing it. It actually puts them into a list view. So in case you want to see them, just kind of in like more of a table view format, you're able to do that, which is pretty cool. And then this stuff all pulls over. So you're able to see legal description, APN, estimated ARV. You're able to see, so it looks like this house is free and clear, which is nice if you guys are wholesaling. If they had a mortgage balance, they do pull up a total mortgage balance and potentially what the payment is. So any of you guys that are maybe doing, I don't know if that's helpful for you guys that may be doing notes or getting in deals creatively, sub 2, things like that. It's pretty cool to have that data available right when the lead comes in.
Yeah.
Especially on the free plan. But just really good property information. Probably good to see who owns the property, where it came from, stuff like that.
That's important, because if somebody's trying to sell it to you and they're not the owner, then you need to know.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I'm popping over to the other lead just because it's brand new, but let me show you guys how this works. And, I love the quote. I believe it's Michelangelo, like, simplicity is the ultimate genius. That's how I really see the system. Like, if you guys are able to talk to leads and have good quality conversations in something that's not overly complex, as long as you guys do the work and learn different strategies, what David's teaching you, where you guys are getting mentorship from, it puts you in a good position to have success. So you guys can see here, as soon as I call the lead, I can do click to call here. Carrot CRM really just walks you through what to do next. So you can select here, hey, when you tried to call the person, did you or did you not get a hold of the seller? depending on what you select, Carrot CRM will give just like a basic suggestion, like, hey, we suggest that you do this. I can just roll with that suggestion, complete action, and then hit next opportunity. Think of that as Carrot's just working you through very efficiently what to do next and just your day's task. Like, you ideally don't want to be in front of the computer all day. Like, you probably just want to pop in here, make your calls, go do other stuff. We make it really, really easy to do that and understand what you want, what you need to be doing, prioritize what you need to be doing. So I can roll with that suggestion, or I can click this drop down and choose whatever I want to do. Anything from creating your own custom action templates, you can save those. Due diligence, if I want to take some time to do my own underwriting, totally could do that. You can schedule appointments, virtual or in person, depending on your strategy. You can record verbal offers. Some people like to give kind of like an anchor on the first touch. If they have a lot of inbound leads coming in, you maybe want to record that in its own section over here in the offer section, just so you can say, oh, okay, 6 months, I actually talked to them about 120K we had spoke about on the first call. What I love too, you're able to do verbals. We can integrate with a tool called DocuSign, where we can actually put your contracts in the system, and then you can send them out via DocuSign, which is really nice for any folks that are sending electronic contracts. And then here's what I want to show you guys is the follow-up sequences. So the follow-up sequences, think of these as drip campaigns. On free CRM, you guys can do text and email completely free. Really, really powerful. On any of the paid plans where you upgrade, you can do text, email, ringless voicemail, and direct mail pieces all from the system. Those can be really aggressive and shorter, 2 months, but you're messaging them every day, every other day. Those can be in another demo space I have. There's one that's 550 days of just emails and texts like once a month, just touching base with them. So you guys can get creative as you want with those. And in my opinion, what I think the second leverage point of the system is the opportunity owner feature. So not only does the opportunity owner feature keep you organized, when I click leads, it just shows me what leads I'm responsible for working, but also anytime an existing lead tries to get back in touch with you, this person gets notified and the sequence automatically pauses just to say, hey, one of your leads is trying to get back in touch with you, essentially. So Carrot, in my position, puts you in a really good position to have quality conversations with sellers at those two biggest points of leverage. When a lead first comes in from marketing, and then anytime a lead in your CRM is trying to get back in touch with you to have a conversation with you.
Cool. I'm liking it. This is built for real estate people, right? There's so many CRMs out there that it's like they try to squeeze it in the real estate box, or it does too much, or it's the layout's funky. But this is it's not only functional and built for real estate people, but it's aesthetically pleasing, right? It's easy to use, it's laid out, and it's going to flow you through the transaction. And that's what I love about it. It's I do a lot of CRM stuff, and I've got a love-hate relationship with them because I think a lot of wholesalers don't need those $100 systems. But I think this is perfect for most new wholesalers. I really do.
Totally. Thank you, man. Totally. And yeah, we make it simple. This isn't going to resonate with everybody, guys, but the interface and usability reminds me a lot of just like picking up like an iPhone. Like if you hand somebody an iPhone versus another type of phone in general, it's probably a little easier to use an iPhone. Reminds me of that a lot. I want to show a couple more things, sequences and then transactions. So sequences, these are the drip campaigns. Depending on the plan, you would or would not have the ringless voicemails and the direct mail pieces unlocked. But even on the free plan, you have access to these. We hook you guys up with some of these default templates as well, like this template that's called Can't Reach, which is 98 days of text messages, pretty much just saying, hey, we spoke about your property, but I just haven't heard back from you. So those are plug and play, ready to go for you guys, which are nice. However, you can also come in here, similarly like we did earlier on the auto responses, you can actually come in here and add different stuff to beef these up. You can duplicate, you can come in here and add new steps if you want. And it's as simple as this. I could say day 120 email follow-up. Come down here to actions, I can select an email. I'm on a top tier plan, so you can see email, text, voicemail, direct mail with Print Genie, custom tasks. If you want to schedule like manual follow-up calls every 30 days, you could totally do that. But it's as simple as this. Save templates, or you can do email. I can do same thing.
It's powerful because guys, as leads are coming in, and again, not everybody's always ready to move. They hit your website and they might just be shopping, but then this is auto, right? This is marketing while you're doing other things, right? You could still be making phone calls. You could be driving for dollars. You could be taking your kids to ball practice, and this is still working for you. And that's what's
100%.
powerful about automations.
100%, man. And it's one of those things that magnify, like the more leads that you have on drip campaigns, ideally you're going to start getting more responses too.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we'll probably have to record some more content a few months down the line, because we even have some exciting stuff. This is always getting added to. CRM is always having features, updates, and stuff added to it. So we're really excited about it. But I think I just want to emphasize how easy it is to just come in, add a step like that. I'd have to put a message in here, but add steps to this. You can come in here, duplicate different ones as well. Like you can just come here, hit duplicate, just in case you want to make a fresh message. But I want to emphasize how easy it is to have the sequences, and then you can just choose to go in there and utilize those as you're working leads. It walks you through.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan of Carrot. Because Trevor works so hard on SEO and just getting websites to rank. If you go to Google and put in "sell my house" in whatever city you're in, 80-90% of the websites on the first page are going to be Carrot websites. They just know how to do it. And I think this was the perfect addition, a simple, clean, easy to use CRM, right? Got a great price, simple, clean, and most importantly, because this overwhelms 90% of wholesalers, they sign up for a CRM and they don't know how to use it. And your onboarding is so important, right? So when you sign up for something, having somebody go, all right, we're going to show you how to set it up and use it. That's so important, because people usually sign up for a CRM. They'll have it for 2 or 3 months, not know what to do with it, and then cancel.
100%.
It's right on SaaS products or software products. That's the typical game, right? I don't know how to use this thing. I'll pay for it for a few months, and then I'm looking at my bills and I'm like, well, I don't use that. Let's just get rid of it. But this is designed and set up in a way to where you onboard people and teach people how to use it, so it will actually make them money and not cost them money.
100%. Yeah, the first 100 days are crucial in SaaS. Getting somebody onboarded, getting them familiar with the product, getting them to the aha moment where they're actually saying, hey, this tool in theory should pay for itself. So that's how we definitely see both products, the Carrot Web and the Carrot CRM. It's like Once they get adapted to it, using it, it's like, dude, these pay for themselves.
That's why we're having this call, because I don't like promoting things or putting things out there that I wouldn't spend my money on. And I would absolutely spend my money on this, even though if you have a free plan and I can sign up for free. I would do the $60 a month or $69 a month and do that, because to me, it's got the value there, right? It's still cheaper than everybody else probably, but it's got huge value.
Yeah. And I appreciate that, man. That's intentional. We want to hook you guys up with a solid, ideally you guys both have Carrot Web and CRM. David can hook you up, make sure you have the right information for that. But we want to get you in at a good deal where we're over exceeding value for you guys always.
Awesome. Carlos, I appreciate you so much coming on and doing this. I wanted to get this out there. The Carrot CRM's new, guys. This is a new venture. CRM's been around for a while, like Carlos said, but they've rebranded it under the Carrot name, right? And it's Carrot now. But you guys should check this out. And again, the free version don't cost you nothing, so it's worth it. And get in there and see if it'll do something for you. And Carlos, I'd love to have you back so we can dig in deeper to this in the coming months. So
yeah, absolutely, man. We're gonna have new features, so I think we would need to get something updated anyway. Would be my pleasure.
Okay, cool, guys. Appreciate you watching. Carlos, thank you. And let's talk to you soon.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.